just chilling like a villain in my tiger shirt, and today's video I wanted to tell you a little bit about gel nail polish versus regular polish. And I think most people kind of have a basic understanding of gel versus regular nail polish, but there's a lot of things recently. It's dangerous, you shouldn't do it, should you, is it bad for you, UV rays, does it damage the nail, and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to give you my opinions and my lowdown on gel versus regular nail polish. I am not a nail technician, and technically with an aesthetic license you can technically do nails, but really if you're going to be a nail technician you should, if you're going to get your nails done, you should see a nail technician and take advice from one. But I just wanted to share with you some of my thoughts and opinions on gel versus regular. And first off, what is the main difference? Gel nail polish is kind of a polish that goes on that you actually have to cure with a light, and it lasts much longer. Most gel does not come off unless you pick it off or unless you scrape it off or unless the technician does. Most nail polish, as you probably know, it goes on pretty evenly. You let it dry just naturally, or you can let it dry with a light, and it usually chips after a couple of days, and it usually needs to be redone within 10 to 15 days, whereas gel nail polish, technically you can wear it until it grows out and until you need it to be filled, kind of like acrylic. Now, what's the difference in composition? I don't know the whole scientific stuff behind it. Let me know if you want me to research it. But I know that the gel actually can get hot when it's under the UV light, and it's actually a curing process. Like when they cure anything else when it comes to carpentry or whatever else, they're curing your nails with a light to really kind of harden and make this gel polish more of a mass. And so it is a little bit flexible, but it is normally much thicker, whereas regular polish can go on very, very smooth, but it's not as chip resistant and things like that. Because the gel polish is like a jelly texture, if you take it off, it literally comes off in a peel, whereas regular nail polish comes off in little chunks and flakes or in layers depending on how many you apply. Now, that's the other thing, is that with gel polish you normally only need to apply 1 or 2 coats. When it does come to manicures, you probably need to apply 3 or 4 if it's a light color, or 1 or 2 if it's a dark color of a regular nail polish. Now, this is an at-home gel system. I would definitely recommend getting gel done at the nail salon, just because if you do it at home, if you get a bubble in it, that can cause the peeling, and you don't want to do that. You can do it at home, and there are many different ways of doing so. But let's actually talk about, is it good for you? Is it bad for you? What is it? And actually some alternatives, because CoverGirl recently came out with a gel nail polish that is actually a regular nail polish that acts like a gel nail polish that I tried. But the so-called dangers of manicures in general is getting your cuticles removed, because cuticles are there to prevent bacteria and stuff from getting into your nail. Hi, kitten! I love you! I love you! Do you love me too? He does not like my British accent. Hi, Boobaloo. Anyways, do you want to play with some nail polish? You know they have like kitty nail polish? I kid you not. I'm not going to paint my cat's nails though. Maybe I will. No, I won't. Hi! Bye! So the dangers with nail polish or gel polish is the light. It's the idea that you're literally sticking your hand into UV lights. UV can cause cancer, it causes cell damage. UV is from the sun as well. That's minimal. You can avoid that by you can just stick your fingers in instead of sticking your entire hand in at the nail salon. But the big thing when it comes to gel manicures is that people say it can thin out your nails. And the reason that they say that is because to remove regular nail polish, you can just soak it in acetone and remove it. When it comes to removing gel polish, you have to soak it in acetone and actually scrape it off. Because it's a gel, it won't come off with just like pulling and things like that. You need to scrape it off or peel it off. And if you don't soak it long enough, it can actually cause a lot of damage to the nail bed. And most technicians don't want to wait 30 minutes to an hour. They're, trying to get their next client in, so they will scrape it off, and actually they're taking off a layer of your nail. Your nail is made up of many, many layers of keratin and protein and dead cells, and it's all combined into a nail. And when regular polish comes off, it's just the polish coming off. When someone actually first they wet it with the acetone that weakens the gel polish, and then they weaken your nail. Then they take a scraper to scrape the gel off, but it also takes off pieces of your actual nail, kind of like acrylic does. So that's like the danger part. So is gel or regular better for you? It depends on how much you want to pay. It depends on how often you like to change your manicure. If you're traveling, it's good to get gel because it stays on longer. If you can touch up, or if you don't mind touching up at home, definitely just use a regular, or if you'd like to change it in general. But I did want to also talk to you about some of my favorite nail polishes and, kind of gel alternatives. So the very first thing is this XL Gel by CoverGirl. Now this is something I recently tested out. This is basically a nail polish, but it's supposed to look like a gel and last as long as a gel. I found that this lasts long as compared to a regular nail polish, but not as long as a gel manicure. I also found that I did only need one coat. Most nail polishes I do need 2 or 3. Even with the lighter blue of this, a light color or a dark color, I only needed one coat. And they have it go on very, very thick. So it does look like a gel, and it does have ultra high shine without a top coat. Now, I would still recommend putting a top coat on this because it just prevents it from getting dinged and scratched. Even though it's super, super shiny and super shellacky, if you do ding it, it still gets a little bit duller. So this is definitely an option if you like the gel look but don't want the damage. Some of my favorite regular nail polishes that last a long time, this is one of my current favorites, which is Pofa Nail Color. I was actually asked to model for them, and while I was modeling for them, I was like, what is this nail polish? It is lasting me forever. And I had it on my nails for like 2 weeks. So I am the model for their line. But I also ended up using the nail polish and loving it, and this is supposed to last, I think it's 10 or 14 days without chips, and it really does. I first had it over acrylic and it lasted forever, and then I had it over my natural nail, and with a top coat and a base coat they last forever. But these are specially formulated to do so. They go on again with 1 or 2 coats. I would say some of the lighter colors, maybe 2 coats. They dry very fast, but I think that Pofa Nail Color, OPI, China Glaze, and Zoya are kind of the longest lasting ones. Orly I find doesn't last for me. I don't know, maybe it's the brush. If the brush is longer, it's a little bit harder to maneuver. OPI and China Glaze are amazing. They last a long time. I would also say Zoya is a pretty good alternative as well, but it's not my favorite. I like OPI and China Glaze better. And Pacifica is a natural vegan nail line that's non-toxic. Love Pacifica. They don't last as long, and with the lighter colors you do need more coats, but they're amazing. So there are definitely some long-lasting nail colors, but it's with regular nail polish you can't get the gel look of being super thick without literally having this gum up on you. So if you like the thick look, go for the CoverGirl one or go for a gel manicure. If you like the long-lastingness, go for gel, or try to use a top coat and a base coat and a long-lasting nail polish. That is my take on gel versus not gel versus everything else that's out there. I hope that this helped you. If you have other tips or opinions, or if you're a nail technician yourself and can shed some light on this, then please post in the comments below. But I love you guys. I hope that this helped you, and I cannot wait to talk to you all in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.